Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go through Patreon, where it's $3 a month for this and other games. So, on the last Let's Play, I'll just quickly look it up. Yeah, we met the rest of Murdoch's family, and then we looked at one of the pictures, which had something in it. He said it was trees. It looked like a cave entrance to me that had originally didn't have anything in the entrance, but then had what looked like a 10-eyed something. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. So we had a night's rest, and then we're back. You set my face. And start. I didn't sleep the best last night, but being out and about in the day helps limber me up. The front of the store looks less crowded than yesterday. I step inside. Alfred is handling a few customers at the front. I stroll around the store looking for Murdoch. There's no sign of him anywhere. I walk towards the back closet where the dark room is and knock on it. Nobody answers. I lean my head against the door for a few brief seconds. Judging by the lack of sound, nobody's inside. Just those pictures of Jack. Sitting in the dark, all by themselves. Funny, ain't it? Even your photographs end up abandoned in the ass crack of the world. Just like old times, eh? You dirty old bastard. This is a waste of time. I know the room's locked, and Ralph or Alfred would just ask questions if I lurked around the door for too long. Your family. Who's the guy with the mustache there? And wait, did a snake marry? I mean, maybe they're just pictures. But when I look across the store, I can't help noticing a part of the store dedicated entirely to photography on the opposite side. Those guys look like people. No, wait. Yeah, that one has a tail. I check out the display case first. It's mostly just photos in envelopes and nature photography. This one's catching my eye for some reason. I can't decide if it's beautiful or if there's just something bothering me about it. Which one? The wall on this side of the store is full of pictures against fancy wallpaper. Looks like a showcase for the types of photographers you can order photographs. There are tags for different kinds of frame styles and sizes. Everybody looks so still and so perfect, like they're made of porcelain. Like they're props. Hi there. Okay. Like, I was looking over here. I know this is like, hey, this is supposed to be scary, but it's like, okay, what changes here? There's this, these guys here. This house goes black, that guy goes missing, and this guy does that. This is the devil. Oh yeah, and then there's like some goats here. Anything else? Okay. You need some help? I'm fine. The old fox gave me his scarecrow smile. You just look a little under the weather. Was it because of that picture? He points to the one in my hand that's in my hand. I hold it up to take a look. Wouldn't surprise me that it has you spooked. My son Murdoch took that one out in the wild not too far from town. I feel my brow furrow. He's talking to me like I don't know who Murdoch is. Oh yeah, I remember in Cliff's Roots we take a picture of beasts by accident that was in the background, but I'm not sure if we both see the same thing or different things. I just introduced myself to him yesterday. That valley in particular is feared. Some say there's a beast that lives there that's as big as the mountains. Like a Goliath? It's hard to keep the impatience out of my voice. Like a big old slug that dangles from the mountaintop. Drops down on a whole mess of campers and gobbles them up. Ah. So. Speaking of Murdoch, I was looking for him. The old fox's beam turned into a look of consternation? I don't know what that is. He leered at me for a moment, small green eyes squinting, as if putting one and two together. Well, he'll be at school right now. Shit, that's right. Picture day. Put that back where you found it. The old fox was still talking, but the volume in his voice had raised to a shout. You'll smudge up the sides. Sorry. Now hurry down to the school. Yes, sir. Old lunatic. I break into a sweat. It takes about 15 minutes or so to get there as the sun beats down my neck. My hands are on my knees and I'm panting. There's so many people here today. Kids are running every which way, but most of them are headed to a clearing behind the school. And here's where that figure was, right over here. Can you see my... Yeah, you can see my mouse. There's patches of grass beneath pine trees and of open space. Beneath pine trees and of open space, there's patches of green. I don't know. I see rows of tables set up with silver platters on top of sheets. The smell of firewood and sizzling meat lingers in the air. Glazed breads overflow from wooden woven baskets. Jars of jam and honey are stacked in pyramids. Glittering pie discs shine with silver from under glass domes. I try to find free adults to speak to, but the only ones I see are preoccupied with their son or daughter, fussing with their clothes or their fur. There's a group of girls under the pine tree up ahead. A bit nervous to approach them though. They'd probably think I'm a weirdo. Still, I need some directions. Dead birds, nothing good about it at all. So, like, are there, like, birds? Because I know there's that, like, bird guy from Cliff's Roots. Anyways, there's nothing extraordinary about dead birds' Melsia? Birds don't live for very long. Yeah, birds don't live for very long, Miss Sela. 20 of them just up and died? Groups of people die all the time. Why not birds? And why not the work of Providence? Surely Providence has more important things than birds to be bothered with. It do be like that. Or bothered by all things great and small. 20 small things to be exact. What, you counted? Of course I did. I could kill 21 birds if it would make you treat me just as special. Oh, I know you could, Blythe. Is it Blythe? Okay. But this was different. I swear on the Bible. Swear on the tromping grounds. Stars above, Blythe. I know how committed she was to this fancy if she did. Well. Miss Sela's voice goes stern. Some man is minding us. Oh. Ah. You're that handyman who busted into our class the other day. She sighs. Need something, I suspect? Just looking for my employer. If you mean Miss Brine's brother, have you checked the auditorium? He's usually there all day on picture day. That makes things easier. Thanks a bunch. Hope you both find him. A chill goes up the back of my neck. I turn around, expecting to see somebody like Murdoch's mother, but there's nobody but a disorganized crowd. Excuse me? I'm by myself. Ah. My mistake. The heat must be getting to me. My tail can't help but twitch oddly while I walk away. All the girls are dead quiet now. I didn't like that one bit. It made me feel a giant weirdo. I mean, I guess that could be correct in the southern sense. Except they were the ones being odd. Lousy kids. I head into the front door of the school where the secretary is waiting. I sign in, and she gives me another visitor's pin. The hallways are flooded with coming and going of parents and students. I slip into the auditorium and look around. On one side of the stage, there's a box room that looks to be made out of a frame and curtains. Murdoch is standing in front of a crouching crowd of students with a large standing camera on a tripod. All done. Enjoy the picnic. I step between the seats to let the group of students rush past me. Sorry I'm late. The fox still hasn't turned around yet. He crouches to pick up a canteen of water, takes a sip, and puts it back down, turned to face me. At first, I was beginning to worry that you wouldn't show. But then I remembered that I forgot to tell you to meet me here. So that's my fault. I apologize. Nothing to be sorry about. We both had something on our minds yesterday. The fox's expression softened. I rarely have just one thing on my mind. But the photograph. The doors of the auditorium open loudly. The seniors are next. We'll have a lot of individual shots to take. Your expression sours when she sees me. Why isn't he dressed properly? Her gaze turns from me to her son. 32 years we've been holding semi-annual picture day picnics. Every man, woman, and child who grows up in Echo will be proud of their days spent in these halls. On picture day, they will dress their best, be served a plate of home cooking and pie, and be proud of themselves and their community. And we will look our best when we serve them. Ma'am, I apologize. This is my fault. These simple things are the best clothes I own. She smiles at me. Now, dear, you don't have to lie to cover up my son's mistakes. He's a grown man. He should have told you, because he knows how important this day is. I overlooked it. I'm sorry. She shakes her head. You sure are, but it can't be helped. I'll be back with a vest and hat. Luckily, I know just the place to find them. Her gaze turns to Murdoch again. You'll mind the seniors when they arrive. I'll be back. She leaves within seconds. Christ. What the hell is that? The fox's expression seemed distant. What do you mean? I mean, why do you let her talk to you like that? Oh, that's just normal. She's always like that. I just tune it out after a while. She has her ways of getting things done, and so do I. That's all. I won't let it be a problem. I could feel my mouth break into a scowl. No wait, I won't either. The door opened again. Gretchen was back with a gray vest hanging from one of her arms and a derby hat. This belonged to my cousin, but he got too twiggy for it. You look close to the right size. She thrust that hat and vest into my hand. I didn't hesitate to put it on. The fit was snug, and the cap was tight, but I could move easily enough in the clothing. See? A handsome gentleman was hiding. Now, let's give today your best. She leaves the auditorium again. I tried to bring up the picture again, but the students started strolling in, giving us little time to ourselves. The next few hours drag on. Students fidget and chatter, while Murdoch tries to instruct them to pose a certain way, or sit still. The vest is hot and itchy, and I'm feeling sweat bead on the back of my neck. The next few hours go by slowly. By the time the last student is finished with their shoot and exit the auditorium, the two of us are breathing in relief. Murdoch closes his eyes and takes a seat, leaning against the railing. You doing all right, Fox? He rubs the bridge of his nose and opens his eyes again slightly. A bit. Just need to eat something. Why don't we go out to the picnic then? Somebody might need to make up a shoot. Or shot. Happens often enough. Why don't we go out and get a few plates for ourselves? Murdoch shakes his head, still breathing heavily. Just go. I'll be fine. I'll bring you back a plate. He opens his eyes again and gives me a weak smile, then shook his head. He's probably dehydrated. We've been working our asses off. Once I'm outside again, I make a beeline for the tables. There's considerably less food now. I pick a paper plate and start piling on meat and veggies. I don't actually know if Murdoch likes pie, but he's getting a slice anyway. Well, look what the wind blew in. I nearly drop my plate. Cliff? I hush my volume to a whisper. The hell are you doing here? I realize at this moment that one of Murdoch's sisters stands next to him, the tiny astronomer with the big glasses that sit on her snout. The courier was encouraging the whole town to go. I was told this is something of a tradition. Isn't that why you're here, Sam? He's helping my brother with picture day events. Pictures, you say? I'm in need of professional photographers. You know, I'm not a photographer, Cliff. I've been having an extraordinary day discussing ideas with Mr. Tibbets. He has an excellent eye for details. Perhaps the both of you will get along famously. We're already acquainted. Yes, but we could be better acquainted. Speaking of acquaintances, come meet us, Holly. She waves her hand sporadically in the air, and I follow the gaze. Murdoch's other sister, sporting an airport plaid, sober dress, sorry, it's late, and I just went to play, glides towards us. To her left is Ralph, stalking towards us, who is one of the last people I want to see right now. And her right, on her arm, is a marbled fox I sucked off last night. It do be like that sometimes. Shit. I slept with your husband. Also, I think there's something in the water of Echo because everybody's gay. I mean, the sheriff, he's gay. The person who came to town for a meeting, gay. The horse guy who, moves goods and stuff like that, gay. The elk, gay. This rat, gay. That fox, gay. The other fox who were, doing the root for, gay. Who else is gay? Nick, gay. The ram, gay. Like, there is definitely something in the water making everybody homosexual. The universe continues to conspire against me. Also, what is the time? 19? Okay. Let me just make sure my face is okay. Nope, messed up. Good afternoon, darlings. Her glance flicks to me. Working on the longest days of the year on your second day isn't the best of luck. She fans herself with a paw as she speaks. I hope picture day picnic doesn't scare you away. I force a polite laugh. I've dealt with scarier, miss. And that marbled fox is like, Of course, you'll have, and of course you have. You've met my juniors. Nothing too scary, I hope. Good Lord Almighty, I need to escape this. Well, if the rest of you can be brave, we'll just have to follow at our wedding next week. Escape this right now? Congratulations. Right now. This is my fiancé, Jim. What the fuck are you doing, Sam? Good to see you. Why? Jim, the fox I blew yesterday, looks me in the eye, then away, then nods gruffly. Why won't God let me die right now? Do you have a bug stuck in your throat, Jim? She rolls her eyes. Ralph is squinting at me. I don't think Murdoch is feeling so well, so I want to get a plate of food for him. He better not be skipping meals again. Sick? Sick. If you're bringing Murdoch a plate and a drink, then I must insist that I do the same for you, Sam. Thank you. That would be a wonderful idea. I'm leaving now. My pace is nearly a jog. Maybe I should insist on being a waiter to Harlan. After all, I still haven't spilled Murdoch's food yet, moving this fast. The conversation took longer than I thought it would. How dreadful. When I get back to the auditorium, I expect to see Murdoch curled up or on his back, breathing heavily, but he's sitting up, lying normal, like everything's fine. I feel a sense of relief, which is a little strange, since I still don't know how this fellow or his... No, wait, let me read that again, because I still don't know this fellow or his shifty family. I didn't know if you liked pie, so I got you a small piece. You thought right, I'm picky. But I like pumpkin. Well done. He winks at me. My ears perk, and I feel a little hot. We hear a slam at the front of the auditorium. Ralph steps into the room, looking around awkwardly until he makes it to the front. Oh, you're okay. Yeah? Why wouldn't I be? The model said you weren't. Pardon me, but Sam is not a model. The three of us flinch as we see Cliff is inside the auditorium too now, holding a plate. He's a gentleman and a handyman, and he's made me feel very welcome in Echo. He knows what my job is, Cliff. He does? Who, pray tell, is the Palmy? He's an anthropologist. And he's like us. I could tell, Murdoch. I do have eyes and ears. What's that supposed to mean? Ignore him. There's some reason you're here, isn't there, Cliff? Yes, well... I'm trying to put together a small expedition, so to speak. I want to travel to the Masetta settlement for my research, and the only guide who's interested is leaving today. Dahlia, assure me that your parents would approve such an endeavor. And I implore you that the cost would not be an issue. I don't think I could prepare everything by tonight. You'd have to ask me yesterday. But my guide has to leave tonight. Could your guide wait for a day? I could ask. But it may not be possible for him to wait. Murdoch shifts in a seat. Well, you did say it would be a lot of money, right? A lot of fun, and a lot of fun. The fox is smiling still, but one of his paws is trembling. I'm starting to wonder if he needs medicine or something. I hate to interrupt, wherever this is trying to go, but you don't seem like the type of fellow who's used to being told no. And you aren't best at picking up body language either. So, I'll put this plainly. He's not going with you today. He doesn't want to go with you today. You could try again later. But for now, fuck off. I can see the cheeks below Cliff's fur go red as he looks to Ralph, to me, to Murdoch, and bites his lower lip. He puts down the plate of food on a chair and whimpers, turning to leave through the front door. Christ, Ralph, you didn't have to go that far. Apparently I did, because you don't know how to say no. I'm gonna go apologize for you. That better be all you do. Thanks for making today harder, Ralph. Murdoch walks out the door. Stubborn ass. I can't believe I didn't have any popcorn for that. Well, that went smoothly. They both needed to hear it. That weasel's a manipulator who's rather bad at it, and the fox is addicted to labor. And you have a personality that clears out the room. And you're a fuckboy. We all have our vices. This guy. I'd rather him be irritated with me for a little while than sick for a long time. It's just, aren't you acting like his pappy or something? Somebody ought to. I've known his family for a lot longer than you have, since you just met them yesterday. You've seen how they treat him. He pretends like it doesn't bother him, but it does. And he makes bad decisions to lash out. Bad decisions like me? Yeah, you're just one of many. He certainly doesn't pull his punches. Amazing. You know I'm not wrong. Doesn't matter if you're the nicest guy in the block. I'm still terrified of the scandal that you could cause, and if you're in trouble, the whole business could follow you down the drain. I just don't know about that, in honesty. Ralph narrows his eyes. About what? Murdoch ain't the most secretive flirt himself. Ralph scowls. You can say I'm attracting bad attention all you like, but I'd wager the fox attracts more. I spent most of my life keeping my head low, but the fox treats being how we are like some kind of game. Ralph's scowl melts and he looks away, putting on a 100-mile stare. I can tell that you thought about this before too. He'd have been caught by now, wouldn't he? I can't say for sure. Horseshit. The rat stares look deeply troubled. Well, he certainly gets away with more than I could, and I do find it peculiar. But what's done is done, and whatever happens, happens. He knows I'm not a yes man, and he likes that. It's probably why he's intrigued by you as well. Aside from your dick. How interesting that you keep bringing that up. Don't push it. I crack a smile and let out a cackle. The doors open once again, and Murdoch pushes through, looking at me. He'll be alright. And you told him no? I told him no. Murdoch lets out a heavy sigh. He was really upset that he wouldn't be able to get enough people together for his expedition. So I'm going to help him look for Meseta folks in town later in the week. He's paying you, right? Of course. I just don't know if I want to take it. And why not? Well, he has a lot of it, and tends to throw a lot of it every which way. Ralph turns to me and crosses his arms. That's not good. Red would have taken it without without asking questions. So I'm not doing good at reading today, but I just kind of wanted to play. We have to stop talking about this here. Of course. Dumb of me. The hairs sticking up on Murdoch's tail relax a bit. Could both of you help me pack the equipment up? Sure. Of course. It takes about an hour to collapse the curtains, store the camera, and props in the closet, and pack all of the film into boxes. We each take a crate, and we head back to the store. I think with us directly hitting that 30-minute mark, and having a scene change, it's a good time to call it. So, end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, like, comments, don't you like, dislike, tips, tricks, always. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that grow, and please remember to stay near and we'll stop enjoy the population. And if you want to play this game, we're gonna chill. But if you want the most up-to-date version, go to their Patreon. $3 a month for this game and others. And yeah, until next time, on another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. So thanks and see you.